you've got a platform, you've got an audience, and you've been doing this for a long time, right?
Sure.
So I'm especially happy to be talking to you. But like the reality of it is, I mean, it's just a matter of showing up. I mean, the best way to scale today is one-on-one conversation. I mean, we're doing this on our Instagram. Go to my Instagram, you'll see we don't let a single comment go unengaged. And we don't accept one-word answers, right? We want you to go deep, and we genuinely care what you say. And I will hire 5 people to help me engage with comments on my Instagram before I hire a single person to run ads for me.
Wow. This is what I love about you and your brand so much. And what I've noticed about you over the past couple of years is like how important the one-on-one stuff is. And
Everything.
I've got a list of questions that I do want to answer, but you're giving me so much value that we're covering most of them. But
it's everything, man. It's everything.
Yeah. And
right? Think about why you buy anything from anybody. Do you ever respond to a cold ad? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know, if you're already interested in something and you've already come across the name of something, you maybe might respond to the ad. But we buy things because somebody we trust says, yo, this thing is good. Your only chance to win moving forward is to make it so that as many people as possible feel like they've got a genuine connection to you. And you can do that with content if you're really, really good.
Yeah.
It's easy to do it with content. And on the internet today, it's really, really easy. Everybody's got a media studio in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
As a result, you know, at any point in time, no matter where you are, and this is just a general, you could be listening to this 20 years from now. I don't know what the heck the world's going to look like then, but like the reality of it is at any point in time, whatever's easy to do has very little tangible value in the marketplace. It's too easy today to produce content, to produce videos, to produce whatever. It's really, really hard to go deep with people. When was the last time, to anybody listening here, I'll ask you this rhetorical question. I mean, I'm interested in the answer, but I probably won't see where you answer. You're welcome to message me your answer. But when was the last time that you interacted with any kind of an authority figure or brand or company and felt like they gave even a remote shit about what you had to say?
Such a good question. We're letting that silence continue because of how important that question is. And if you don't have the answer, I mean, I'm talking to the man right now who is my answer. And what's really, really cool about that is when I first got started with the Garage Gym Revolution, one of the guys I got on the phone with, I ended up chatting with him for about 2.5 hours. He's like, man, like he couldn't believe that I was spending so much time with him. But at the same time, I'm trying to get a sale, right? Or I am running a business after all, but I'm genuinely interested to know if I can help him or not. And at the time I wasn't sure. So I just kept trying. And he's like, all right, so still got to think about it. At the end of the day, like, what do you think separates you? And I was like, well, we've been chatting for 2.5 hours. I think the one thing that I know separates me is I probably care more than the other guys. And it was the first time that I said it. And it is now a tenet. It is now a tenet of our program. And it's also something that we really impart upon all of our coaches. Like, the things that are going to separate you is not your program. The thing that's going to separate is not your periodization. It's not the equipment that you have. It's how you make people feel, right? And if you care more than the other guys, you are going to have success in this industry. And the old adage of ABC always be closing is bullshit. It's always be listening. And so ABL is how we live our lives here, because we want to be that person when people think of, or when people are asked that question of, when's the last time you talked to the head of something, you actually got a response from the owner? When's the last time you talked to somebody and they actually listened to whether or not they could help you? We want them to think of us first. So I really love that question that you posed to the audience.
Yeah, it's you know, I always used to laugh. You know, I get a whole bunch of messages from people saying, hey, you know, I'm thinking about buying the Online Trainer Academy, and I'm also thinking about signing up with this person. What do you think I should do? It's like, well, do you trust the other person enough to ask them a question like this? That's your answer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Yeah, no, I like that. Always be listening. I always like to throw back on the coaches, like what makes a great coach, right? When you are actually actively coaching a client, and a lot of coaches know the answer to this, it's that they listen, right? A coach doesn't tell you what to do. A coach helps lead you to what you already know is the right thing to do. And they do that through listening. They do that through motivational interviewing and great questions. And you know this. I don't need to tell you this. You've done PN1 and PN2. Where they go deep into this kind of stuff. And a lot of coaches, I'm sure, know this. How much are you doing that in your business? And that's always fascinating to me, that it's actually the exact same things that work with your clients is actually what you should do in your business. But it's so hard to make that switch. And I get it. I mean, it's two different worlds, right? One of them is natural to us, one of them isn't. But I find it kind of helps to snap people back into it there, just a sales call is your first consultation. It's your first coaching session. It's all it is.